Hey, hello again, everybody, to another weekly dispatch on the End of Life Conversations podcast. I am Reverend Wakil David Matthews, joined with my dear friends, Ana Luisa and Sam. Thank you for being here, everybody, and the audience. Thanks for showing up. As always,
Yeah.
we appreciate you all very much. We were talking about the idea of joy and finding joy and laughter and humor in the world, especially when you're in the midst of caregiving or taking care of people or grief. There's it can be a really a balm to the work of going through grief and to the
That's
time
right.
of going through grief with your communities. So we thought we'd chat a little bit about where we find joy and where you
hmm
might find joy in your life when you're dealing with end of life and
hmm
grief and etc. So
Or even if you're a friend with somebody who's going through grief right now, maybe little snippets of joy, not big ones. Don't go boogie. Don't bring the disco balls yet. But, there's just, flowers are always a fun and beautiful, joyful experience for people. And you don't have to buy store bought. Go outside and make a bouquet with all the natural found plants in your neighborhood. And I hope it brings a
yeah,
smile to someone's face. Just a moment. Just a moment is
yeah,
all we need.
yeah.
And if they're so deep that they go, "Oh my God, these'll die too," you
Ah,
can you can turn that into some laughter, some
Yeah,
dark humor too.
yeah,
right.
yeah. And
Yes,
we
indeed.
recognize not everybody's at this place and everybody gets there at a different rate, but we do need joy, and we need to find ways to metabolize, transmute the grief that we are faced with.
Hmm.
And because this is the one and only life you get, this one wild and precious life, as Mary Oliver would say to us.
Yeah.
And it is important that we both hold grief and we hold joy in tandem.
Yeah, to balance it. So I was thinking about maybe we could share some examples of things that have brought us joy. So my wife and I love to watch series now. Ever since COVID, we've started watching streaming series on TV, and we just got done with a second 40 episode Chinese drama, all
Oh,
in
that's right.
Mandarin. you know,
She said that.
and it's become a verb. It's not like are we going to go? Are we going to go China tonight? um, you know, other things like that. The streaming stuff really changed during COVID, where we had not a lot of things to do, and that brings us joy. We find these really uh, compelling, fun stories. We also love to read. So we share with each other and with our friends. We always
Mhm.
share good ideas for books or
Mhm.
movies. When I was visiting Ana Luisa a while back, she gave us tickets to a really fun
Oh,
movie,
that's
a
right.
biopic, um, which was really it was unique. It
Oh.
was a unique biopic in that I didn't finish the get done. We didn't get done at the end and go, "Wow, those guys are assholes," like most of the biopics I've seen.
Mhm.
But in fact, we were like, "This guy is a pretty awesome guy."
And we had a
So
good laugh. We had some good laughs in that too,
yeah, exactly. Some very
right?
good ones. Yeah. And finding humor, of course, just jokes online. Dad jokes are good with me, and I'm a good dad joke guy because I'm a good dad. Or when I watch the news, I love to watch the comedy version of the news,
Hmm,
because if I'm going to deal with the news, I might as well be laughing at it,
that's a
because
good
it's,
point. I need to do that. I don't do that enough.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. In that vein, I actually find there are a number of stand-up comedians doing very poignant um, stand-up regarding current events,
Yeah.
and it's more journalistic than much of the
Mm,
news.
mm,
Yeah.
And I learn more about what's going on in the world and the
Right.
reality of it, and find a way to
mhm,
laugh about it
Yeah.
mhm,
through those avenues.
mhm.
Yeah.
I think Josh Johnson is a pretty big
He's
name
Hmm,
great.
these
Yeah.
days
Yeah.
in that work, a
huh,
fantastic storyteller
Yeah.
in relating um, global events and
Hmm.
personal stories that are both
Yeah. Yeah.
very humorous.
Yeah.
yeah.
And music
Well,
in general is always great,
yep.
like we talked about in another one of these. Yeah. So.
I was gonna say I love all the above. Please sign me up for some more. And I love dressing up. I
Oh yeah.
love if I have to go somewhere. I might be the one who's wearing the silly glasses. I might be the one who's wearing a clown outfit. I might show up with really silly shoes. And, my kids are like, aren't you embarrassed? I mean, actually, they don't even ask this anymore. They're like, don't you have any shame? Like, and I was like, people are going to not like me for a lot of different reasons. And how I show up to this event is not going to make a big difference. So I think that sometimes I struggle with that because I struggle with the touch of depression. And then those times you just don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to see people. But you know what? You still have to get dressed. And if you have like a silly scarf that you can just wrap yourself in and just walk around the kitchen and, say,
Yeah, exactly.
this is so fun.
Yeah.
Put on a silly song.
Yeah. I remember one time on Elisa, we were having just a casual phone call, and I showed up on the screen and you said, Sam, are you going out on a date? And I said, nope, I'm just making dinner.
Yes,
So
right.
I
You
feel
look
you
so
there.
good.
Yeah,
I was
just,
like,
if I'm
I
going to
love
have
it.
to get dressed, just, adorn
Yeah.
the temple. Adorn
Adorn the temple
play
and
with
also
it. Have fun.
bring
So
out
good.
the outfits you haven't worn that you probably should get rid of. But if you wear it once, it can stay in your closet. That's how I think of it. I change my earrings like 3 times a day. I have to say, like every morning I put on, and I sit there and I like, who wants to go out for a walk this morning? And then have something with my outfit. And then if it's like I was wearing banana earrings a little while ago, and it makes me smile. It makes me kind of giggle for myself.
That's great.
So
That's so good.
find joy.
Yeah.
Yes.
We went to a market we have a grief booth that we went to for a nonprofit I work with here. And it was supposed to be Christmas in July, and nobody else in any of the market did this, but we were like fully outfitted. We had our Santa hats on and lights going, and we took it very seriously, considering we were the booth about grief. It's like nobody else is doing this stuff, but we were like, yeah, let's have fun with this. So
That's
I
right.
think it is a part of it, people like us who like are willing to be open about what's in our hearts, can also really be open about sharing some laughter and sharing some fun and sharing some joy. And as you said early on in this, one of the best places for that is just walking through the woods. How much joy can you tell? Just the birds singing and the flowers blooming and the water, the creek laughing at you as it goes along. There's so much joy to be found outdoors. And so that's another one of our places that we go for that. Yeah. So find places. And somebody was saying earlier too, not only as a caregiver, but just as a friend to somebody who's being a caregiver or somebody who's going through grief and loss, just think about ways that have been helpful for you to find joy, and invite them, and bring it to them, bring it to them. Don't ask them if they want to, go to them and say, hey, let's watch this video, or let's go for a walk, or let's tell dad jokes.
What is a dad joke? I mean,
super cheesy, corny,
just corny, cheesy stuff.
The kinds of things that your kids would cringe about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a very good jokey person, so that is a blind spot for me. I don't.
There's whole websites on dad jokes.
Oh,
so
really?
you can,
okay, I might have to peruse those.
Yeah, they don't lock in up here.
They don't
I
lock
never
in.
remember them.
Yeah. Yeah, or if you're a friend and somebody else is having a hard time, maybe showing up with a board game or just second of cards, and just like while away the time doing something silly or fun or simple, mindless. All of those can be a salve for sadness and grief.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of really funny card games out these days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not limited to Cards Against Humanity anymore.
Yeah. I know. I think my kids have Smashing Kittens or something, or
Exploding Kittens.
Exploding Kittens
Oh,
is
yeah,
one of them that's on our stack. So I don't know.
My son is really good at finding party games. He likes to host parties and have these party games that are just a crack up, where you're asking people, I wish I could remember a good one, but just things where you really are getting deep into people's psyche and what they're thinking. And it can be a little embarrassing, but it's also can be a lot of fun because you really get to know each other and
Maybe
spend
it's
time
not
with
like
them.
right after grief that this game shows up at our
Yeah, well,
doorstep.
maybe not.
Maybe
Yeah.
like, a couple months later.
Yeah. Yeah. Though, as we're talking about this, some of my dearest friendships and favorite moments of that depth and finding the way that engaging deeply with grief and the loss challenges the crunchy side of life
Hmm.
and how it expands the capacity for joy and love. And that is those friendships where when the tension gets really thick, when the tension is really tangible and stuff feels really, frictious, and and the ability to speak a joke into that space or make light of how tense things are
Yeah.
can just release so much of that tension. And it takes a lot of trust, I think,
Yeah.
and a lot of like knowing of the person and like what's maybe an appropriate joke
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
don't always land.
Yeah. And be
But
willing to
those are
say,
really
oops,
special
sorry.
too. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, we're really talking about you, that you, the listener, you, the person who wants to support others in grief, you, the one who's going through grief. What speaks to you, what doesn't? Can you be, if your friend shows up and is trying to be sweet and funny and you're not ready for it, you could be, oh, it's okay. I'm not ready yet.
Mm,
I'm moving towards it. I'm still in my grief process, but maybe we can just sit in silence and stare at a sunset or something, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there are
yeah.
possibilities of like filling our temple with the light and the spirit of reconnecting to our bodies and being in it here and now. Because I think grief
Yeah.
sometimes just really pulls us deep inward and away from, and it's not natural to spend the rest of your life feeling that way.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is natural to go through your own cycle to take care of that.
Yeah.
And once you're on the other end, come back to the land of the living and rejoin and the caravan of those of us who are slogging towards our own end.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
just be sweet, be honest, be curious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I've
Yeah.
been involved in end of life, like wakes and gatherings after a funeral, and many times one of the things that happens in there is you start talking about the people that have gone, that have died, and you start remembering the incredible fun times you had, or the silliest stuff that ever happened, and those can really lift the spirits of everybody involved. And just in fact, nowadays with the medical aid in dying, or some of the death with dignity things, people are having these before they die for themselves. And I, over and over again, when I've been involved in this, it's about, let's laugh, let's think about how much joy and how much fun we
Rejoice.
had together, and how silly I can be and how goofy, and let's sing some songs, let's do some dances, let's just enjoy ourselves. And so I think again, it comes back to how much joy we can find in the day, even when things are overwhelming. And in fact, when things are overwhelming, it can be a balance. Like you said, Sam, it can be when it gets tense and difficult, to kind of take a breath and just kind of laugh at yourself. Sometimes that's the best one. What the heck am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, Ana Luisa, what you said is really important too, to not get prescriptive about joy and not
Hmm.
not s- give the impression that if you can't access it, that there's something wrong,
Yeah.
or that you need that as part of your medicine in the grief
Mhm.
process. Sometimes it's not time.
Yep.
Sometimes it's time to be in the heavy and to sit in that solitude, or that just and hold that peace, exactly for what you were saying, to move through it so that it
Yeah.
doesn't stick around forever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I just I was on my Instagram yesterday or the day before, and I think I saved it, but I don't remember why the algorithm fed it to me. But it talked about the thing that you do before the evening is you have a journal entry, and you write about the following day with all of its details.
Mm.
So, Monday night, I sit down and I write my journal entry for Tuesday. And Tuesday says, actually, like, let's say Monday, Sunday night to Monday, I spent time with Sam and Wakil, and we had such joyous times. Like, you orient your whole self to have these special interactions with the next day, the people in your life. And maybe it is really hard on Sunday night. And really, Sunday night just feels like it's been such a dismal day and I've done nothing but barely eat, sit on my sofa, and then move to my couch. And then finally I'm in bed now with my sheets unmade. And I just want to just sleep forever. And maybe my invitation to you is, start a journal, grab a notebook, even if it's already started before, just don't worry about it. And just write, tomorrow I will get up. I will try to be up and hear the bird song before the sun comes up, I will try to have a bite to eat. And hopefully it'll be really tasty. Maybe, you have a chocolate stashed in a drawer somewhere. Pull it out, leave it on the counter. So tomorrow that sweetness will be a part of your story. And, I haven't been able to talk to anybody, but, tomorrow maybe I will just text one person and it'll just be like, I'm still here. That's all I have to say. I'm just still here. Can't say anything else, but I'm still here. But, I want you to go through grief, and I understand grief is so imperative to our human experience, and you need to sustain yourself as you live through these days and add sweetness to it. So, this little journaling thing, I think I want to do it because I need to remind myself that tomorrow I'm going to manifest beautiful things. So
Yeah, I love that, setting that intention. Yeah, that's definitely has an impact. Yeah. So we encourage everyone to think about ways that you can lift up the joy and the beauty in your life and help others to do the same, and share that information and share it with us.
Yeah.
Join us on Substack and join our chat and tell us some ideas that you've come up with. We'd love to hear from you. And subscribe and like and be our friend and tell all your friends. All of the above.
Yes.
So thanks, you guys. Appreciate you as always. Appreciate you
Adios.
folks on the audience. Enjoy.
Yes. Ciao.
Adios. Till next time.
Grief and loss, conversations about the end of life.